Pop it out. Welcome,
All right.
everybody. I'm so excited. It's time to get started with unrolling this new psalm. I know a lot of people are like, what is Psalms? What could that even be? How is this Christian force feel coming forth through PLA, right? Can you guys see my screen okay?
We can. Gabrielle, there you go. There it is. That's much better.
Okay,
All
wonderful.
right. Well, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. My name is Rakim Sekou, also known as Carl Stevens. I am on the line here with our illustrious COO, Gabrielle Zelina.
Welcome.
She is newly our COO, but she's been with the school for a long time. She's been the facilitator, the head facilitator, and governor of the Blue Butterfly Women's Group for a number of years and has done an amazing job there. And she supported our school in so many ways. We also have on the line, just so you all know, Ivy Williams, who is our Chief Marketing Officer. We're happy to have her on board. She's amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining. Today we're going to talk about Psalms, which is our new school. It's an existing school, but it's really a new school. And we want to get into the details of what Psalms is all about and bring you guys up to speed. Basically, what Psalms is, you guys have heard of Progressive Love and the Progressive Love Academy. You guys have heard of, myself and my wife, Kenya K. Stevens, who is the co-founder of Everything Progressive Love, Everything Juju Mama, etc. But we've grown so big over the years that we found that we had to split off into a couple of different segments. One segment is the Progressive Love Academy, and many of you guys have heard of, PLA, the Progressive Love Academy, and that academy is in existence today. Kenya is the head and chief executive officer there, and that academy houses amazing tools for you all to get your relationship together, your communication together, like up-level communication, the trust form, three-way mirror, and a few other technologies that are just amazing. But everything else that we've created over the years within Juju Mama, within the Progressive Love Academy, is here at Psalms. And so that's what we're here to talk to you all about today, the Progressive Love Mystery School. Okay? Does that sound like we're on track, Gabrielle? Is that what we're talking about? What's going on at Psalms in the Mystery School?
Yeah, I think that's a great intro of where we've come from over the ages. You have seen us as Juju Mama, then you've seen us as PLA, which is Progressive Love Academy, and now the foundation of what created all of that is the Mystery School. Okay, and
Yes.
so I'm really excited that we get to bring forth. You've heard a lot about us talking works. They're like, what is Rootworks? So this is the course that's going to take all of the foundational part of Psalms and deliver it to anyone, because that's one of the first things that happens, right? Right, Sekou, they're like, well, what are y'all doing? What do you
Yeah.
do at PLA? So we have created it where you all can have a very clear understanding. You can share it with your friends in a very easy way. Instead of trying to show them this and look at this Instagram and go here and go here, there is a gateway now for you to walk into and have a very clear understanding of what Progressive Love Mystery School is all about, what Juju Mama has been doing all of this time for the last, 15 years?
That's right, 15 years. Yes.
Yeah. So
So I
go ahead.
appreciate that, Gabrielle. And so just to summarize, what you guys are going to learn today is about Psalms and about our membership. So Psalms is going to be a community. It's going to be a fellowship, right? So we'll talk about the annual membership and the details of how that works. We're going to talk about RootWorks, as Gabrielle mentioned already. We're going to give you guys the update and understand of what that course is and why it's important, and then how to access RootWorks and all the details there. If you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll answer as soon as we can as we go along. But that's what we're going to cover today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you already know, if you don't know, if you're new here, you're new to Psalms or PLA or Juju Mama, We have Rakim Sekou, who is the founder of all of this brilliant technology. You may know him as Carl E. Stevens Jr. or Rakim Sekou, and I am Gabrielle Zelina. I'm so excited. I'm usually known as the Butterfly Mama. Now I'm the Psalms Mama. And I'm so excited to be here with you all tonight. So, Sekou, what is this? Why is it a mystery school? What is a mystery school?
That's a great question. So a mystery school is basically a school that helps you understand the deeper meaning of what's going on in the world. So as you all know, one of the big things we talk about within Psalms and progressive love is this whole concept of metaphysics. We want to understand, why does the world work the way it works? Why do we have the feelings we have? Why do we have the attractions we have? And how do we maximize the things that happen naturally out in nature to give us the kind of relationships we want, to help us manifest and create the life that we want? And so Psalms, as a mystery school, goes behind the scenes to kind of peel back those layers to educate you guys on how the world works, how these universal laws work, how these mysteries work. And so that's why it's called the Psalms Mystery School. It's essentially the Progressive Love Mystery School, but Psalm stands for Progressive Spiritual Alchemical Mystery School, because we're going deep into the alchemical sciences, into the spiritual sciences, and we're hoping that when people study with us at Psalms, that they get such a deep understanding of how this stuff works that they're able to affect change, not only in their life, but in the lives of the people around them. So that's what Psalms is, and that's what it's about.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So now you're starting to understand, guys, why there was a need to grow into two schools. Okay. This is where self-development is taking the forefront, understanding those archetypes, understanding the groundwork for all metaphysics. Now, the leading school of Priestess, that word priest and priestess can kind of be, oh, I've heard of this under a religion or under a home of African spirituality. So when we say priest or priestess here, Rakim Sekou, what does that mean in sight of the mystery school?
Well, for us, what it means is we want people to have A, the ability to affect change in their life, and B, to affect change in the lives of the people around them. And so if you are a priest or priestess within Psalms, it just means that you understand how to affect change in the world. You're no longer subject to what's going on in life. You're no longer subject to quote unquote random events in life, but we're giving you all the reins. We're helping you actually affect the change around you and to understand when things change and why they change. So that's what it means for us. We just want you to understand that that term for us means, hey, we've peeled some layers back. You understand how things work beneath the hood of the car, and you can actually fix things and manipulate things as you feel the need to improve your life and the lives of people around you. So for us, that's what it means to be a priest or a priestess.
Yes, 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 yes. And the Bagua is what the mystery school is founded around. And that's where numerology and personality profiles and oracles are coming from. And those are some of the tools that are going to help you have a deeper understanding. I think that that's what we hear people ranting every day about what's going on in the world. But honestly, the priest and the priestess already understands, because we know the governing energies of most things in the world. So we have a deeper understanding of life itself. And that's one of the
Yeah.
great takeaways for, understanding the deeper mysteries of life. You can debunk them at any time.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the fun part, is that Psalms now has an annual membership. I'm really excited to hear about this, Rakim.
Yes. So just so you all know, we do have an annual membership, which means you actually sign up to be a member of the school, a member of the community. Okay. So we want y'all to understand that. But we're not like really selling annual memberships. We're not selling memberships. We just want to make sure we can identify who the community is, meaning who the people who are serious about understanding these things versus those who are not. So annual membership at Psalms only costs $39 for the entire year. Not $39 per month, but $39 for the entire year. And it's just, again, just a basic thing where we can understand, okay, who wants to be a part of the community? It's basically like a yes or no, right? So it's enough of a commitment where, okay, I'm in for the year. because I want to understand what's going on and be a part of some of the activities and classes and initiations, right? But it's nothing that's going to deter anybody from actually joining the school and being part of the fellowship. So the question is, when you become a member of Psalms, what do you get for that? Okay. Well, one of the things you get is you get our RootWorks foundational course. And what RootWorks is, it's a course that basically goes through every single tool that we talk about here at Psalms. And we'll go into details a little bit later, but we cover all the tools, all the technology that we teach, because we want our Psalms members to understand everything we do here. We want you to understand all the possibilities of things you can learn. We don't want you to feel like, hey, I'm in the school or I'm a member of Psalms, but I don't really know where to go next, or I don't know everything the school offers. No, we want to make that very clear for you. We want to explain these concepts in a way that you can relate to them, and you can choose then to follow particular paths, based on what your interests are. So RootWorks goes into that. I'm going to be teaching that. Kenny's going to be teaching that. We might have a few other people teaching as well, but that's a very informative course that's going to cover all the basic tools and technologies we teach here at Psalms. You're also going to get an appointed guidance counselor. That's somebody who's going to kind of help you with your, if you have questions about where should I go, what initiation should I take, what certifications should I pursue, things of that nature. If you have those types of questions, then your guidance counselor can support you and answer those questions for you and kind of guide you along the way. You also get our fellowship community meetings. We're going to be meeting approximately once a month, right? We're going to do that on Zoom and on video. We're all going to come together and just fellowship around these principles and around the things that we've learned. Also, we're also going to do in-person meetups, okay? So if you're a member of Psalms, you're welcome to come to the in-person meetup that happens in your city, right? So we're going to try and do these in all the cities, right? And so we want people to be able to come together virtually, but also in person. You're also going to have our fellowship community library, where we're going to put recordings and workshops and things of that nature into that library, so you can watch those at your leisure, especially if you happen to miss one of our community events. We'll have the recording there in the library. You can review that and be a part of that. Now, here's an important thing. When you become a member of Psalms, that's what allows you to actually take the initiations, the courses, and the certifications, meaning we're not just opening up initiation to everybody off of the street. The first step is I need to be a member of Psalms. Again, $39 for the entire year, right? And then once you're a member, that makes you eligible to take any of these initiations and courses. So again, we're making the initiations and courses for a very select group of people who are serious about the learning, and that the people around you, your peers, your classmates, are not only members of the school, but they're also serious about learning as well, okay? So it gives you access to actually taking the courses here. In addition, it also gives you access. We're going to have a private group that, we're going to be able to, support each other, talk to each other online, post different things, and Basis is going to be for only Psalms members. So right now we've got a few groups, and those groups are open to everybody. Some folks might be serious, some folks might not be serious or whatever, but we need a group where we can come together in fellowship, and those people who are studying here at Psalms can talk to each other, support each other, et cetera, et cetera. And with membership, you also get discounts at our live events, and the big live event that we have is the NPRI, which we hold once a year in the end of August, early September. And so you get a discount off of that event and discounts off of other live events that we might hold throughout the year. So as you can see, for just $39 for the year, you get a lot with that. You get courses, you get access to the community, you get access to the library, you get access to discounts on events. So really it's about just that basic commitment that you want to be a part of the group, that you want to learn, and that gets you access to all these things. Gabrielle, anything you want to add to that?
This is beautiful because, for one, just for your annual membership, you get a boatload of community support. That is what Psalms is really moving into, that community aspect. We know that PLA is a community. We know anything that has to do with the Stevens is a community, but this is a very close-knit community. We're coming together to really build around those metaphysical properties that we're talking about. so that we can make the impact in the world that we want, you know? And so what I love about this is for people who are not like, yes, I'm ready to sign up for an initiation, I'm ready to, you know, get certified, you can get your feet wet. You get your feet wet, get a deep understanding of what you're investing your time and energy into, and really see if this is what you want, you know. So you have an opportunity to get that preface of Psalms and then go deeper for the actual self cultivation. So I really love the way that this is structured, and I just love the support that's there. Okay. So Sekou, you already kind of gave that timeline of what that looks like or what the steps are. And so, you know, you become a Psalms member, how it works. I love that. You become a Psalms member. You actually enroll. Well, when you become a Psalms member, you are already enrolled in the Root Works course. That's really important to understand. It's already included. You do not have to do a separate sign up. Once you become an annual member of Psalms, your Root Works is already ready to go. And we go live August 15th with that. Okay. That is a live course by Kenya and Rakim. Okay. Shortly after that, you will connect with your own guidance counselor. This person is going to speak with you. They're going to help you understand, like take some questions from you and really help you understand what is going to be the best fit for what you want, because Psalms is a very large metaphysical school, mystery school. Okay. There are so many areas that we're going to get into and show you. So we want to make sure that, you know, you have that support from someone who's already seasoned to kind of get you where you need to be. All right. Now, once you do that, that's when you actually have access to enroll in initiations and certifications, if that is your choice. All right. Is that about it on how it works?
That's exactly how it works. That's it.
Good, good, good. So this is the fun part of understanding what you're going to understand in RootWorks when you come through that live course on the 15th. Oh my God, Rakim Sekou, you and Kenya have created so many amazing tools. And I mean, it is a life changing. It changed your entire view. And that is the impact that Rakim is talking about, is you really have a foundational on relationships, gender, love expressions. Like I'm always blown away how it's just a foundation that is natural to nature. And you guys have taken and said, hey, this is what nature is doing. This is what nature says. Does this make sense to you? You know?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
so areas, right? When you look at what RuWorks is going to cover, these are some of the topics we're going to talk about, like gender harmonics, understanding, you know, what is masculinity, what is femininity, what is androgyny, like what do those gender energies actually look like? How do we manifest those in our life? Because we might lean one way or the other, right? Be more masculine, more feminine, but we need to have access to those energies for different, you know, scenarios that come up in our life. Sometimes we need the masculine. Sometimes we need the androgynous. Sometimes we need the feminine. So we're going to talk about that. Also, the position role or the concept of dominant, submissive, or neutral, right? So we're going to cover those roles to understand like how you are in relationships and how you need to be and how to measure where your partner is. So gender harmonics, the 9 expressions of love, which is our version of understanding how you tend to love other people in your life and the kind of love you expect to receive back. So we're going to talk about 9 expressions of love, what those are, how to identify, you know, what's yours, what's your partner's, and then how to function within that so that you know how to choose the partner that's going to be best for you. We're going to talk about the concept of the feminine choice paradigm, the masculine desire paradigm. Feminine choice is understanding the concept of the feminine and submissive elements in nature, choosing the partner, right? As opposed to what might be taught, you know, here in the regular Western world, which is, oh, that just the masculine's the pursuer and that kind of stuff. So we get beyond the veil there, right? The masculine desire paradigm, understanding what the desire of the masculine is, what the desire of the dominant is, right? So we'll talk about that. The Bhagavad systems, which get into the metaphysics of how the world works, which gets into universal laws of how things work, which we understand our personality makeup, our mind, our spirit, and our body. So digging into that, as well as the oracle system. We're going to talk about Tantra, because sexuality and understanding the various aspects of sexuality, energy work versus body work, understanding orgasm, et cetera, the many levels of orgasm. We want to break that down so everybody understands what those things are. things like manifestation. Again, from a Psalms perspective, this school is about you becoming a god. It's about you becoming a goddess. And the
Yeah.
point of you being a god or goddess is that you can manifest things in your life, manifest money, manifest happiness, manifest relationships, manifest goodwill, manifest, spiritual growth, whatever those things happen to be, right? So manifestation is important. We want you to actually be able to come to our school, learn about these concepts, and then actually start doing the tests. Can I manifest this in my life? Can I manifest that in my life? Can I manifest this for my child? Can I manifest this for my spouse, right? So we want to actually start to test that, because if there's no test around that and no trial and no exercise around it, then what are we actually doing here, right? Right. So Psalms is about becoming a god, becoming a goddess. So we're going to talk about manifestation, okay? In addition, we're going to talk about the non-universal laws. That, again, talks about the laws that govern everything that we deal with and see in our universe, and the archetypes that represent those laws. So you might have seen archetypes floating around PLA, like the soldier or the leader or the visionary or the lover, etc. We'll talk about the concept of love addiction versus love avoidance, because you want to understand which of those two frameworks or energetics do I tend to operate out of. Am I more of a love addict or more of a love avoidant? Okay, so that really helps you understand why you might attract certain people into your life, why you might push some other people away. We're going to talk about kingdom, queendom, and empire building, because we should all be focused on building our queendoms, our kingdoms. And when we find the right person to come together with, we want to build an empire with them. So this is about building your life and your community, right? And, your families in such a way that it becomes something that serves your mission here on the planet, okay? We'll talk about universal divorce. We want to clear up once and for all to help you understand when is the time to move on from a partner, right? When does a relationship transition into something that is different than what it was, right? When do we move from romanticism into friendship, or romanticism into, I'm just not going to talk to this person anymore? So universal divorce goes into the details of how that works. We'll talk about first choice, which is the understanding why I first came in contact with this person, why I first chose them, because that's the foundation of your relationship. We'll talk about stay and play, which is understanding when you're supposed to stay, why you should stay in a relationship versus when you should exit, i.e. universal divorce. So we'll talk about learning the lessons you got to learn from relationships, how to identify those lessons, right? So you can be clear. We don't want our members to be stuck in relationships that are not going anywhere, and they're not learning. They're just in a situation that's just defeating for their personal mission in life. And then we'll talk about things like lacing. How do I change some of the traumas I've had throughout my life and turn those into powers for me going forward that I can utilize, that I can tap into within my spirit, right? So these are some of the technologies that we teach here at Psalms. And so whatever initiation you take, you're going to be learning these technologies from a particular point of view. So the Rootworks course goes into these technologies, so you can understand fully, oh, that's what love addiction is. Oh, that's what love avoidance is. Oh, that's what stay and play means. Oh, that's what the feminine choice paradigm is all about, the masculine desire paradigm. I'm clear now on what those are, and now I can know if I want to pursue a particular initiation or a course that's going to, illuminate the meaning more, so I can utilize those in my life in a practical way.
Yes, 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 yes. And I mean, just imagine anybody who's here, if you're new to Psalms, can you imagine what your life would be like understanding every single aspect of that, or even just one tool? Like, what would it be like? Oh my God, if I knew how to turn pain into power via lacing, how much pain am
Yes,
I carrying? You know what I mean? So
yes.
that's beautiful. And you will find all of those technologies in our 6 initiations. Blue butterflies, my baby. Ow. I love blue butterflies. I have been a blue butterfly woman for maybe 5 years. Every woman needs to come through blue butterfly. If you think that you want to have your queendom the way that you even imagine it being, as soon as you hear that word queendom, what you mean I'm running this show? Oh, you mean I'm choosing? You mean I'm making placements? Yes. You need to be a blue butterfly woman. And for the brothers, that complements it is the peaceful warriors. And I mean, if you've been in our community, butterfly women want cultivated men. And peaceful warriors is where men become cultivated to understand feminine energetics, how a woman operates, And, you know, Rakim, when you started talking about that masculine desire piece, I was like, just as a woman, how helpful that is to even understand a man's cues or just his energy of how is this man desiring me? Even though I'm the chooser, it's still very helpful to know how he desires me. And so
Yes.
men that understanding and they have an energetic with women that is just phenomenal. I've seen many beautiful relationships between butterflies and peaceful warriors. Okay. So that's more of the feminine cultivation, masculine cultivation. 13 moons is where you're using the moon cycle every 28 days to manifest your life. These are usually shorter goals. You can break big goals up into short goals, but that moon cycle with the moon mama and the team over there, they are running that show to get you to manifest. I have manifested 2 cars in the last couple of years through moon. Okay. And then 9 superpowers is your big goals. You know, I want to buy this property. I want to buy this land. I want to build out these apartment complexes. I want to build this technology company. I want to patent this technology over here. This is where you're going to do a year's worth of initiation in those 9 different superpowers. This little logo here, those are all the energetics and powers right there. So you go through that course of understanding every aspect of you. And that's helpful for both men and women, because women sometimes, there's a lot of talk where women need to be just feminine. You know, there's where men just need to know how to operate in their masculine, but how can you relate with a feminine person if you're not in tune with your feminine self? Okay. And then 2 spirits, this is really beautiful. This is what Boys to Kings was this year. It has merged and become 2 spirits, which is very profound because indigenous people knew that there is a class of people who are 2 spirited. So this is where 2 spirited energetics embodied people will come and do cultivation for their work, their love, their manifesting. Okay. And then body bliss, where you come and shape your body, shape your temple how you desire it to be. If you could spend a year working on the way that your hips, your waist, your breast, and if I'm not mistaken, Rakim, are men able to take this course this year?
Yes, they are.
Woo! How? What would brothers
Yeah,
do?
you got to look at it for body bliss. Body bliss is a very powerful, initiation. It's about healing the body, but as you heal the body, you also heal the heart, you heal the mind, right? So we want to make sure people understand, like, look, this is about healing, it's about manifestation, and everybody needs to be a part of that or consider being a part of that. And it's not just physical. It's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. We're healing traumas through body bliss, early childhood stuff. We're getting things together, but we're attacking it through the physical vehicle, because everything we go through, whether it's quote unquote positive or quote unquote negative, that leaves a mark on our body, right? That affects us from a physical standpoint. So body bliss goes in and says, okay, let's go ahead and attack, these particular challenges, but let's do it through the body and therefore heal the heart and heal the mind.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so any of these 6 initiations are accessible for $97 a month tuition. Each month you're on a automated program where it's taking you through all that support, all that community support is there. And while you're in this initiation, the fellowship that Rakim was talking about earlier is still ongoing and existing. So the fellowship community aspect is happening, and then the specific initiation that you want is also happening. And you can take multiple. You have women who are in butterfly, moon, and sun, or they're also in body bliss, moon, and butterfly. You can load up wherever you want to. Any of the initiations are available to every single person. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So our year-long initiation is shifting. Rakim, can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So basically, we've broken the year up into 3 parts. So our year begins September 18th, and that's when we're going to do our very first, what we call our quadrimester or quad or semester, whatever feels most comfortable for you to call it. And so it's a 4-month term, and that's where we'll do the first part of the initiation for the year. So if you're 9 superpowers or you're in the Blue Butterfly Women's Group or whatever, you're going to experience like a mini initiation during that first, semester. And then the next semester is going to start January 18th. Again, we go into the next phase of the initiation at that time. And then the third and final semester will take place on May 18th and run all the way till September 17th. And again, each of these has a theme. You know, September 18th, we kind of start out with a more androgynous theme to things because we want to come in balance, right? We want to make sure that we have a certain level of balance about how we're thinking, how we're approaching things. And then the second semester, we go more into that feminine aspect, right? That happens January 18th. And then finally, to close out the entire year, May 18th, we kind of approach things from more of a masculine perspective, right? So this is just particular areas that we've identified that we feel, is a natural progression for people to take, and probably the easiest way for you all to learn the information and incorporate that into your lives. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you can project out, okay, I have segment 1, 2, and 3, but it is a full year-long experience and initiation. Okay. So for those who have been around Psalms, been in PLA, Juju Mama for a long time, do you believe you have a level of mastery of the Psalms concepts and foundations? This is the opportunity for those who have been students for 4 years, 5 years and up, even maybe 2 years. This is the opportunity for you to create a career utilizing the Psalms technologies and certifying to teach. The world needs more Psalms teachers. The world needs more priests and priestesses and metaphysicians, okay? So with the certification, you can create your own revolutionary offerings for the world. I have witnessed people take certifications and create some of the most brilliant things I've ever seen. Doctors creating nutrition programs, women creating gemstone programs and body shaping programs, all of that. Anybody can create this with a certification. Okay. So what some of that looks like is, I would start with I2 Tantra, which is that Tantra certification. A lot of people that I'm talking to now, that is the area they're wanting to go to for this year. I2 Tantra, they want to get their Tantra game on. They want to understand energy work. They enjoy sharing energy and being in forms of sensual creation. Even beyond sex, it's your sensual energy, period, to manifest your life. So understanding that, create a practice from it. Is there anything on Tantra, Rakim?
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, understanding how to, deepen your orgasm, understanding how to, do your sex magic work, how to incorporate sexuality and intimacy and these things into your ability to create and manifest your life. So I2 Tantra is a very thorough program. It's one of our oldest certification programs that we've created here at Psalms, and people are going to, be jumping in that this year to really take advantage of it.
Yes, yes. And I love that you said the word intimacy, because that's a part of the title. And I2 Tantra is what taught me a deeper aspect of intimacy. I think I2 Tantra was the first certification I took here. And I needed to understand intimacy in a different way, because the way the Western world is taught sexuality, closeness, connection, it needs a lot of polishing. And so I2 Tantra is where you will come and get closer with yourself, get more intimate with yourself, so that you can overflow and share that with your partners or create a business doing that. Okay. The Bagua certification is wonderful. That's where you're going to understand all 9 energetics, 9 archetypes, the astrology system, the oracle system, and the character mapping system. That character mapping system is beyond profound. As soon as I meet somebody, I'm pulling up the app, I'm going on the website. I need to understand this person so I can know kind of what to expect, know how they move through the world. And this allows me to be more empathetic, and it increases connection. Okay, so anyone can create a business helping others do that, utilizing your Bagua Oracle to help others, using the astrology for relationship analysis and things like that. And then the second certification that I did was Feminine Power. Okay, I love Feminine Power certification. We have probably hundreds of certified feminine power women around the world who are utilizing the 4 feminine archetypes, understanding the depths of the feminine choice paradigm, You also learn the Bagua Oracle system, how to utilize that to support your clients if you're working in relationships, if you're helping couples. This is about working with couples because that battery making course is in there too. Okay, so you get all of that training. You even get how to create your coaching avatar. Everybody, and that's available in all courses, how to create a coaching avatar. Okay, your presence as a coach. We even help you with that. All right. And then this year, Rakim Sekou, you have a new earthling, you have a new baby.
That's right, masculine power certification. Again, for anybody who wants to understand, how to coach men, how to coach the masculine, that's what this certification is basically for. We're going to go into the masculine desire paradigm. We're going to talk about the masculine archetypes and talk about, how to manifest those in your life, how to identify those, how to nurture those within yourself and with others. We'll talk about some of the rituals around, the masculine energy, some of the practices, those types of things. So we're going to go into detail with masculine power. It's a new certification. Again, whether it's feminine power or masculine power, it's really about how do you want to affect the world? If you want to be able to coach men and deal with the masculine energy, in your circle in a certain way, the masculine power certification is going to be a really good certification for that.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. And those two couplings work very well for couples who want to coach couples. Okay, so if someone wants to come and I want to work with the feminine and your partner wants to work with the masculine, couples coming together to get those certifications is very bountiful. Our world needs it. Our couples in the world need it. Okay. And then the Sun Manifestations certification. This allows you to take people through a year's journey of manifesting their life. You are going to be able to create your own programs that allow people to meet. You will meet with them monthly or however you want to create your structure. Rakim takes you through some understandings of how you can do that. But essentially, you're creating a year-long program with this certification. You're working with the sun energy, working and understanding how they align to what time of the year. And they are tested and proven over and over again. You can ask hundreds of students who have come through when it was SMS and what was it, CN 365? Yes, yes, yes. So those programs have just, manifested whatever people want in their life, writing books, anything. Okay, so that certification will support you there. And then if you are a person who wants to do moon manifestation, this is really powerful. Women are moving a lot into this space, working with the moon. Oh girl, I need to do my new moon rituals. I need to go do my full moon rituals. I've not seen programs like moon manifestation certification. If you want to up your game and hold monthly cycles of manifestation and healing, this is a certification that you want. This is going to help you have a framework, have a container, and have a system that's going to take your initiates or your people coming through with a deep understanding of working with the lunar cycle. Okay. So this is for anyone who has a deeper understanding. They really know what those 13 different the different areas of Psalms, like you really have a deeper understanding of this. Okay, so you are now eligible to move into certifying and creating your own offerings in the world. All right, I have about 3 or 4 of these. Okay, and so I had to think, like, I think people come and don't understand, Rakim and Kenya are relationship coaches. Like, what can I do with a certification? I know botanists that are using certifications here for their botany work, that are herbalists, different forms of therapists, whether you're a massage therapist, you're a Reiki practitioner, you're a yoga teacher therapist, or whatever. Therapists can integrate any of those certifications into their work. We have doctors that are certified and creating their own doctorate programs based off of the certifications, the Bagua certification. Okay. Holistic health practitioners can utilize Psalm certifications and integrate that framework into their practices and programs. Reiki, Tantra practitioners, love coaches, of course, manifestation coaches, astrologers. When you're talking about that sun and moon, you're working with cosmology now. Okay, so this will greatly support an astrologer or an astrologist. Okay, oracle readers who want to have some heavier framework for delivering their tarot or oracle readings, divination practitioners, that energy spectrum coach. Right now, that's big. Polarity. Everybody's talking about polarity. Oh, you need to be over here if you want to attract this in the masculine. If that is the work that you want to do, the feminine power or masculine power certification is going to support you greatly there. Okay. And then, of course, relationship coaches. And if you want to be a part of this team at Psalms, get certified. We're always growing. Every single year we're growing. Everything is always expanding here. And so for anybody who wants to become a part of the Psalms team or an ambassador or facilitator, you would need a certification to do so. Okay. Did we miss anything there, Rakim? Is there, who else is a good fit for that, for certification?
No, I think basically it's anybody who has an interest in affecting the world, who wants to coach or who wants to have the deeper understanding and actually be able to go out and do some of these things. It's open for anybody. You can't think about, oh, I don't have the right background or I'm in this and that. No, this is really open for anybody who has the interest and desire for it.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to jump into questions. We do have a few here in the chat. We're going to take questions. And if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. We're going to run through what we have here. And if we can take questions, we will do so. Okay. Cheryl says the Bagua certification is dope. Okay. Let me see. Okay, Sarah asks, if you're a member of Psalms, will you get discounts on any membership courses or certifications?
You will not get discounts on any actual initiations or certifications. We might offer discounts on certain courses. So the initiations are one thing, and the certifications are like a different track. But we're also going to do some different courses throughout the year, and so Psalms members will be eligible for discounts on those courses. The other discounts that you get for being a Psalms member are around live events. So like the NPRI, we're having an NPRI this year, August 26th through the 29th or 30th. That's going to be in Los Angeles, California. So going forward, you would get a discount off of that event and events like that.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Tamisha said she's joining. She already knows what time it is. Kanika said this is her year for I2 Tantra. Oh, I2 Tantra is popping this year. Okay. Oh, beautiful. I think that's all of our questions right now. Does anyone have any questions they want to come and ask off of, you can come off mute. Thank you, Segment. Taking 13 moons.
That must mean we did a thorough job.
Yeah, I think we loaded y'all up. Are y'all ready? You like have an idea of where you're going, and that's exactly what you want to do. Your next steps is to actually enroll in the annual membership. This will have you set for the 2021-2022 year. For anybody who is new here, our solar year, scholar year, starts September 18th. Okay, and so it goes from September 18th to about September 18th. All right. And then mark your calendars. Go ahead and already have that day lined up. Okay, this is when Rootworks is live. Kenya and Rakim are coming to deliver all of those technologies so you can have a deep understanding of where you're going. All right. I'm going to take a question really quick. If you're interested in getting certified in a specific topic, do you recommend you take the initiation first before taking the certification track? I will answer that from a previous student standpoint. It is good for you to have a deeper understanding of it and have been in the initiation. I think my first year in feminine power, my first year as a butterfly, I actually took the feminine power. So I took it while I was within it. So yes, you do want to get the certification, but also be within that specific initiation so that you're able to have a space of working with community, playing with the tools, because like Rakim has said, what's the use in having tools if you don't experiment with them? You must have an experimental experience where you're playing with them, you're understanding them, you're learning about them through your own experience. So the initiation will support your certification. That sound about right, Rakim?
Yeah, that does sound right. And a lot of the certifications, they require you to take the course. So if you haven't taken the course, then like you said, you'll have to take the course along with it. So moon manifestations like that, the Bhagwas like that, you're forced to take the weekly astrology report. Sun manifestation is like that. You have to take 9 superpowers. So if you haven't taken the initiation already before you've gotten the certification, you will be required to take the initiation while you're being certified. Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
That's a great question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for that, Ms. Liz. And so, Gabrielle, like you laid out here, these next steps are very important. You can sign up for Psalm's annual membership today. You know, you can go to our website, which again, the URL is right here, PSAL.MS. Just type that into your URL browser, and it takes you directly to our school, right? And so one of the courses there is going to be annual membership. You sign up for that, you're automatically put into RootWorks. RootWorks is going to launch on August the 15th. We're going to do that course live. So the people who actually enroll now and enroll before August 15th, you'll get RootWorks live. Going forward, the entire RootWorks course will not necessarily be live. You know, we're going to take the things that changed or things we add, and we'll do those things live. But the entire RootWorks course is going to be taught live on August 15th. That's me in Kenya. So I advise you all to sign up now for annual membership. We'll make sure that we send out links to join annual membership in email. You get those either tonight or tomorrow or sometime in the next day or so you can know where to sign up. Like we have here, you want to meditate, you know, think about your Psalms path, write down your questions and upcoming for your guidance counselor. Again, we do want you to have support in this process, people to talk to. You're not here alone. You'll be able to talk to your community members. You'll be able to talk to your guidance counselors, and you're always free to connect with any of us that you see in the rooms, myself, Gabrielle, any facilitators you see, anybody you can identify as somebody a part of Psalms, feel free to hit us up and support us. And most importantly, we want y'all to invite your friends, invite your family, people you think that might be interested, you know, not only for their benefit, but also to help support you in the process. So again, it's going to be good for you to have fellowship within Psalms, but also fellowship within your own personal community, your own personal kingdoms, and your own personal kingdoms, right? So feel free to, you know, refer friends. Gabrielle will send out or have an email go out at some point to talk about how to join the affiliate program, how to be, you know, to actually be physically compensated, materially compensated for referring people. Gab, I don't know if you want to go into more details around that or not.
Yeah, yep. So we've had an affiliate program going on since infinity here at PLA and Psalms. And so each year we open it up where we have people come in who want to actually be affiliate ambassadors for Psalms and represent not only the courses and make money, but also to spread that energy, spread the knowing of what Psalms is, someone who's educated. Okay, so we will send out an email. You can join the list, and I will be doing a class to teach you how you can become a Psalms affiliate and how to spread the energy and, you know, make passive income too. You know, so I'm excited about that.
Excellent.
Okay, so we just want to say thank you guys for being here. Go ahead and invite your friends to the next one. We have another webinar coming up, Rakim.
Yeah, it'll be on August 1st. We'll send the email out about that. So you guys can check that one out as well. Again, we'll send out an email follow-up so you guys can find annual membership and sign up there. Again, only $39 for the entire year. It gets you into our private group. It gets you discounts on our events and everything like that. So we want you all to sign up there. And it also gets you the live RootWorks course on August 15th. Okay? So that's all I had, Gabrielle. Do you have anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, I want to thank you all for joining. Thank you for being a part of this webinar. We really appreciate you all coming out. Thank you to Gabrielle. Thank you to Ivy. Thank you for the entire Psalms team for supporting us and getting the information out. And please, please, please be a part. And please feel free to hit us up and contact us with any questions. And we'd love to help you out. Peace and blessings. And we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
I've been gifted in a minute, it's intoxicated, the way on you get it like an alcohol.